those of you who are after more, look no further. So in here we have Hey everyone, welcome back to another consignment update here at Gardner Holgate Auction Rooms in Corsham, Wiltshire, UK. I'm Luke Hobbs, for those of you who don't know me, the auctioneer here and head of department. Just first of all, thank you so much for the reaction again on the last video that we did from last week, Bernie Marsden episode 2. So that's both episodes up there now, so you can see the majority of the collection if you want to go back and look at those videos. Lovely feedback, a lot of interest coming up in the sale, which is happening on the 11th of June. Today we have really do have some fantastic things again, and some artist associated things that will be being sold alongside the Bernie Marsden collection, the Ian Benson collection, and other artist things as well that we have featured in previous videos. So make sure you stick around to the end of the video to see 4 very special guitars. So stick with us, we've got some great things to show you before that, but certainly at the end we will finish with a bang. Right, we're currently in the music cell room and things are a work in progress, so you can see lots of wonderful musical instruments around. Even some violins that are partly made, but there we go. We have in here a 1963 Fender Stratocaster that has seen a life. So we will quickly work through. You can see there the nice original knot logo. So this neck has been sort of stripped down and refinished at some point, so the logo has been replaced with something that doesn't resemble an original logo at all, but there we go. But we do have a Brazilian rosewood board, CITES certified, I will add, with a 63 date stamp on the end. We've got some replacement tuners at the top of the head there, so shallow tuners there. You can see the imprints of the original Clusen Deluxes, but you will see the you'll see there's a sort of genuine wear here, but it has been re-lacquered, refinished at some point. You can see all the checking there. And then we have a body that has been heavily modified, unfortunately, to house these later fitted electrics. So Olympic white body, the body is refinished a very, very long time ago, some point in the 70s. And we have this is an original green guard that has unfortunately been butchered to house these switches. Now, the great thing is, all the other electrics are completely original. So we've got the original 3-way switch, we've got the original 1963 dated potentiometers, we've got the original pickups. So they're all good. So essentially this, apart from, and even the plastics are original, so this whole section is nice and original apart from these switches. So, but there are people that are very, very good at repairing these guards. One chap called Hugh Price, many of you know him, sort of written for magazines, but he's a bit of an expert at this kind of thing. I've seen some repair jobs he's done on them. I think he did one on Chris Buck's guitar, and very, very good indeed. Bridge, not original as far as we can see. You can see the 70s type saddles. Top plate doesn't appear quite right. The block itself is possibly okay. And then turning over, you can see here we've possibly had a screw needs putting in there. We've possibly had a battery compartment in here at some point with the electrics. Not sure what else it would have been, but there is a route under there. 1963 serial plate, and for what it's worth, the correct Strat buttons. But there we go. A 1963 Fender Stratocaster project in need of some love. So in here we have a slightly older Gibson. So 1955 this one. This is an L4-C, so an L4 cutaway with the Florentine there. This one, the body does appear to have been refinished. There's a cleated repair just here by the F-hole. It's been fairly well done. We've got the trapeze tailpiece here that's had a hole cut into it for probably some kind of input jack at some point, or output jack should I say. Always say that the wrong way around. Replacement bridge, nice diamond pickup. These are quite valuable themselves. These sell, you know, these are worth a few £100 these days. Replacement guard, a refret, so it is nice and playable. but there's no brakes on the neck, which is good. We got some later Gibson Deluxe tuners. But yeah, it's of nice vintage, 1955 Gibson L4-C. So in here, in the red label Fender case, which is not original to the guitar, it's a US case, and we've got a Japanese Strat, but this is the Fiesta Red 50s. Who do you identify it with? Hank Marvin. So Hank Marvin's signature Strat, crafted in Japan. They did two versions of these. They did the Squire one, which are now getting quite valuable, which are very, very good actually. And then they did the Fender one. So just classic Hank Marvin specs. And yeah, it's in reasonable condition for the age with a upgraded Fender USA case. And any guesses for what this is? Who is going to win the league this season? Manchester City Stratocaster. With the head decal as well.
How much does it hurt as a United fan, Luke?
I can't believe you just revealed to everyone who I support. Yes, I am a Man United fan, but Man City are going to win the league, and I'll be the first to admit they're far better than the Reds at the moment. So there we go, Man City Strat. Budget bidding, this really is. But yeah, if you're a big Man City fan and a guitarist, that'll be a cool wall hanger, I think. I really like this guitar, lovely condition, good vintage, 1930 National Triolian. As you can see, I'm clearly not a Resonator player by any stretch of the imagination, but this is a cool thing, really, really good condition. It does have its original case. We've got the original fiberboard case, but this is just here to help protect it. But yeah, isn't that fantastic? In the sort of polychrome finish, which is in very good condition for the age, to be honest with you, considering this is, you know, 90-year-old guitar almost. Not the TV show that you all know and love, but the guitar brand Futurama in this homemade case. And we have a Hagstrom Futurama Deluxe bass from around 1964 in the red finish. To be honest with you, good condition for the age. We've got a replacement strap button there, just holding the locking strap, but all working. Electrics work fine. Nice condition, original decal on the head, nice slim necks, and they are good basses. Hagstrom did make a good guitar, so made in Sweden in 1964. Aria Pro 2, very good brand, but that's not what's in here. So in here we have a circa 1979 Fender Precision bass, black finish maple board. I think these look really, really cool. One of my favourite colour combos, but this one's in very good condition, single owner, and there's a bit of drop filling to the finish, but otherwise good. It's got some 70s weight behind it, but basses are generally heavy anyway, aren't they? But got all of its covers intact, and it's just a good, nice original example. So in another room now, a lot of you will recognise this room as being where the guitars are laid out on a sale day. We're in transition at the moment. We've got a clock sale coming up. But in here, we have a 1974 Fender Stratocaster. Now, in terms of parts and things, it is mostly an original thing. We've got the staggered pole piece pickups. You can see the original bridge there. All the plastics look okay. The one thing you might notice from the sheen is the neck has been re-lacquered. It's a little bit thick. I mean, you can see on the head there when you turn it in the light, which, you know, it can be addressed. And you can see on the back there again. And then you will see here the buckle wear that has, there's been some attempt to sort of drop fill that a little bit, but otherwise the finish is original. So it's obviously a well-used Stratocaster. Obviously it's a hardtail as well, which is my favourite, because I don't have time to think about whammy bars. So that's just me being a lazy player more than anything, but really, really good weight. Lovely weight that. Haven't actually put it on the scales yet, but It's a really, really lightweight guitar. So yeah, 1974 Fender Stratocaster. So here we have something artist related, a guitar amp obviously. So it's a 1980s Yamaha T50C valve guitar amplifier. They're very, very good amps themselves. And this one was actually owned by Davey Johnston, who played for Elton John. So in the 80s, when Elton John, there was a bit of a fallout, I believe, with Steinway, and he moved over to Yamaha, and there was quite a lot of pressure for the rest of the band to sort of go over to Yamaha equipment. So this was something that Davey Johnston took on, and it would have been used with Elton John. So yeah, cool thing with some pretty cool provenance. The seller used to work for Rocket Records, and he acquired this off of Davey Johnston's tech. And yeah, good amp, good history. So in here we have a Doe guitar. Now, I'm not sure how many of you know about Doe Guitars. A lot of you would have seen him exhibiting at shows, but his creations and ideas and designs in collaboration with JHS Vintage Guitars were released, and yeah, they're really, really cool things. So basically what the concept is there's a story sort of behind each guitar, but this is one of Doe Guitars' original designs. So this isn't one of the vintage copies. This is a one-off original that is all handmade, and this is the Puncaster 2. Like I said, each one has a story behind it. I won't go into that now, but you can basically you can have a look at the catalogue and it'll all be there. But yeah, they're all themed, and yeah, this is the Puncaster 2. I love the dollar bill there in the wire cavity. Yeah, really cool thing. Really nice lightweight telly, and you know, it is a one-off and an original. And I think these, you know, especially with the JHS Vintage having the having the sort of more, well, they were made in limited numbers, but on a more mass-produced scale, I think the originals deserve to be good investments, in my opinion. But that is the Puncaster 2. So another Doe. We've got a selection of these in this cell. Again, this is one of his original designs, originally made. This is the Stratocaster, and again, really cool design. Look at that, a Strat with a triple humbucker setup, the Jazzmaster type bridge and tailpiece, and obviously the Jazzmaster type neck with the block inlays. But it's a really cool thing. Strange things happening every day. They certainly are here. Yeah, amazing thing. And again, you can read the story in the catalogue when it is published. Also an amazing thing. This is the Doe model kitcaster, and you can see the influence and design on this one. So again, a hand-built one. Now, there were some prints made of Doe guitars, and there's a print of this one, an original print that is up in the Cumberland Hotel, which was previously the Hard Rock Hotel in London. So if you go to that hotel, you will see the print of this very guitar. So again, an original design, really cool relic finish, and nice chunky neck. That's a lovely neck there. But all really high-end appointments on all of these guitars, handmade and a one-off. So this is one of the JHS Vintage ones. This is the gas jockey. You can see there's the certificate, Ben Court, who makes Doe guitars. Lovely chap indeed, Ben. Known him for a while. Good taste in guitars and a great designer. But there is a certificate of authenticity of this one. So like I said, they were made in sort of very limited numbers. But that is one of the, I guess, more affordable ones. And they'll sort of come in at a few £100s. This one has been signed by Ben the maker. And yeah, the gas jockey. And don't be completely fooled by the case. This is a Doe modified Les Paul guitar, Les Paul Junior, Las Vegas Skulls. So of this leather wrap. Again, really cool original design, property of Earl, relic neck. I do love these guitars. And last but not least, this really is my favourite. This really is something. Look at that. This is the Doe Atomica. It's like a ray gun. Look at that though. I'm really into the whole space thing. Look at that friction power.
That's literally just in time for people who've been watching the Fallout TV series.
Yeah, this is it. Yeah, so if you've been watching Fallout, I used to play the game many years ago, but it really is, yeah, along with that Fallout theme, and yeah, I mean, this is basically a single pickup knob, and this is like a boost control on the top there, which I think is quite a cool place to put that. But I really like this guitar. I think it's fantastic, and yeah, I think it's a good collectible, really, isn't it?
Yeah, that's really cool.
So guitars with modifications and changes. We saw the Doe Les Paul. This is something not exactly similar, but on a similar vein. So some of you will know of Dax & Co. They basically take standard models and they modify them around. So this is a Dax & Co. modified Les Paul with the P90 pickups. So they basically would take an original thing, refinish and relic it. But yes, this is a 2018 Les Paul basically that's been modified by them. But you can see there it's got the certificate of authenticity from the guys at Dax & Co. in America, and that's a cool thing. And not one but two of them, this time Les Paul Deluxe. Again, Dax & Co. with the mini humbuckers and the relic finish. So I think, you know, quite a few people know about Dax & Co. now, but if you don't, they're nice to look at least, aren't they? But great relic guitars, taking sort of modern guitars and aging them up. And we have a Rickenbacker. There we go, 2017 model in the midnight blue, but good condition, and always nice to feature a Rickenbacker. And this is just the standard model, 330. So this is, if you look at the fretboard, probably give away what this is. Scallop frets, the yellow relic body, but this is a DY Guitars Play Loud Yngwie Malmsteen replica. So they're fairly inexpensive replicas of what, you know, Malmsteen's guitar, but it's a bit of fun for the sale. Those of you who are really heavily into 80s style things, look at that. US made Steinberger Headless guitar, and I've always find it amazing how small these are when you have them in the hand. And yeah, this one's in great condition with its original case. So in here we have a 2008 59 reissue, nice big neck in the tobacco sunburst finish, but that's in really good clean condition with its original case. So if you're after a decent R9, we saw a very nice R9 actually a couple of videos ago in the Ian Bernstein collection, but this is a good 2008 Gibson R9. Now this has literally come in 20 minutes ago, so need to check out the pots and the serial number to give you an exact date, but we have an early 70s Les Paul Deluxe with the cherry sunburst finish, really nice clean condition. Look at that. That is in really good condition. First time I've really seen it, but there we go, pancake body as you'd expect. Mini humbucker pickups, which we always say are very underrated, but it's about time we stop saying that now, because everyone says it, so I believe they are now rated. But yeah, a good 70s Gibson Les Paul Deluxe. Really nice guitar in here. We've never actually had one in the auction before, so this should be a lot of fun. But some of you will see the signature there. Obviously not a real signature, but the case signature. And there we go, Pearly Gates.
That's a white guitar.
It's a white guitar. But what we'll do is we'll be right back when we have unsheathed it. Are we ready for the big reveal? There we go. So we have a Pearly Gates Les Paul. Look at the top on that. So these are, it's not the aged one. They did aged versions. This is the, what you'd call the VOS version, but this is from the Gibson inspired by series, the Billy Gibbons Pearly Gates, one of the greatest guitarists of all time. And yeah, we all recognise that beard, a beard to be envied.
There's a sharp-dressed man.
Here's a sharp-dressed man. There we go. So there's the certificate of authenticity. Billy Gibbons, Pearly Gates, Les Paul VOS. Cool thing. In here we have a 50th anniversary 1996 Fender Stratocaster with the flame maple top. And these were made in limited numbers of 2,500 for the anniversary. You can see the plate there. This is number 944 of the 2,500. So with its original case in good condition. If you didn't like that Strat, then we have something that you might prefer instead. It's the same thing. So not one but two of these in the cell. There you go. This one's number 704, so slightly earlier in the run. And this one is in slightly worse condition. When I say worse, there's just a bit of buckle rubbing to the back. So perhaps it was, we'll have one for playing and one for best. 1959 Gibson ES-140 3/4. Love having these guitars. This one's in great condition really. We've got a replacement guard, but otherwise the tuners are replacements as well by the looks of things. Only just recently come in, so I haven't had time to properly scrutinise it, but cool little thing. Had one in the last cell, did quite well. So if you missed out on that one, here's another. Something modern and a bass guitar, 6-string this time, Ibanez sound gear. So the SDGR Prestige series, 6-string bass, Japanese made, Team J Craft. So top of the line bass guitar there. Yes, really, really good. And look at the woods on that, a wenge and babinga and all sorts. Yeah, really good thing. Some really, really special things to end with. If you have a look at the top of the case, you can see here, Peter Green and Friends. And here we have a 1965 Epiphone Grenada model. And this was previously owned by Peter Green. This was sold from directly by the estate not that long ago actually. A lot of you will have seen the Bonhams auction, and there was lots of lovely Peter Green guitars. So this is one of those from that sale, and from 1965, and this was used by him, Peter Green and Friends, and predominantly for slide playing. So the old catalogue noted, so great condition, and one of Peter Green's guitars, absolute legend, and what a wonderful thing. So again, another Peter Green guitar, this one from 1987, and this is the G&L SC3. Now this is quite important as a Peter Green guitar, because it was one that he did use quite a lot, especially live. There's many pictures of him playing this guitar. Comes with its yellow strap that was used with it as well. But yeah, really good guitar. G&L guitars, of course, Leo Fenders, post Fender venture. Obviously there was Music Man as well in between. But yeah, this is a really, really, it's a really cool guitar. And then in this guitar magazine, quite a rare copy of this magazine actually. Won't see many of these around, but we do in here have the pictures of Peter Green playing the guitar, which we will eventually. It's amazing flicking through this and seeing the adverts of all the old stores that I used to look at. But there we go. There he is, as it says, mellow yellow Peter Green rocking out on a G&L guitar. So there we go, used by Peter Green live, and yeah, quite a significant guitar from Peter Green's history. Our followers who have been us for a very long time, early days, or certainly years back, will have seen some Gary Moore auctions that we held, and there's a lot of back end or back line equipment and pedals and things like that. We had a few guitars along the way as well, but basically, I think those of you who are after more, look no further. So in here we have really quite an important guitar. Now, this is his Gibson Les Paul reissue. So this is a 1959 reissue, and this was purchased by Gary in Germany whilst on tour, and it then got the nickname Frankfurt. So this is the Frankfurt Gibson Les Paul Standard 59 reissue. Now, I think the special thing about this guitar is he used it in sort of later performances, and he used it on various UK tours, and certainly on the Japanese tours he used this guitar for the encores, in particular The Blues Is Alright, and I think the one song that everyone will know, and a completely iconic track, Parisian Walkways. So that really long sustained note that we all know, that was hit with this guitar live on many occasions. There's loads and loads of footage of him playing this guitar out on YouTube. We'll put all the links in the catalogue when it's available. But really is an iconic guitar. Obviously, Gary Moore had a big association with Les Paul guitars, especially with Greenie. Obviously, the Peter Green guitars we've just shown. So Gary Moore did own Greenie at one point, and then, of course, it's now with Mr. Kirk Hammett of Metallica. So, yeah, really is quite an important guitar. Even comes with the strap that was used, but in the case, and what a fantastic thing. And for those of you who really do want more, here is another for you. Once all the clasps are safely opened. So we have a 2007 57 gold top reissue. Another very good guitar indeed, owned by the late great Gary Moore. And this one was used on the 2007-2008 As Close As You Get tour. So again, used by Gary Moore live on stage. There'll be images and footage of this guitar. In fact, at one point, it may still be, but the header image of the Wikipedia page was him with this guitar. I haven't looked to see whether it still is, because this guitar has only just arrived. But yeah, it is a significant guitar again, being that it was used live, and yeah, what a thing. So there we go, ladies and gents. What was your favourite thing? Let us know in the comments, and please remember to subscribe to our channel, like this video if you do like it, and hit the bell icon for future content. We're trying to do weekly updates. So we saw quite a lot today, some very special guitars at the end there, finishing with Peter Green and Gary Moore. Really honoured to have them in the sale and put them to market, and be a really exciting journey to see where they end up. So I think we've shown as much as we can today. It's getting very busy here. We have had a collection of 70 guitars from one owner, and we haven't even shown any of the guitars in there, and there's some lovely things in there. So I think next week we'll try and have a look at those. A lot of vintage Ibanez guitars, sort of 70s artists and things, nice double neck Ibanez. So hopefully that will leave you thinking, yeah, I'd like to see them. So just hit that bell icon and you will get notified when that video goes up. Previews up on the website guitarauctions.com. It's mainly the Bernie Marsden and Ian Benson things, but the auction is going to be around 1,500 lots, so it's a huge sell. We're processing the sale frantically now. The catalogue will be online sort of towards, I guess, mid to late May for that sale on the 11th to 14th of June. And yeah, we really look forward to seeing you again next time.